Have you ever wondered how to showcase my career break in the resume? Or the second question must be hitting in your mind will employer even consider my application? So, let me tell you the answer is yes. Today's employer who cares about what you bring on the table. You don't need to worry because there are so many people in this world they are coming across this question and the answer is yes. So what I'm going to share in this video, I'm going to guide you step by step how to craft your resume that will turn your career break into your biggest advantage. So stay with me until the end. By end of this video, you will have the 10 actionable steps to create your job ready resume to get notice. Hello everyone, I am Tejaswita and welcome to my channel that is a Pro Career Ignition. So today we are going to learn the 10 actionable steps to craft your resume. But before that, let me tell you the career gap is not the deal maker. It is a part of your story because especially whether it is women or men, sometimes the break comes. And if you are seen like a Europe countries, people purposefully take the break just to enjoy their life or if they have any particular goal to complete that. So if it is for the woman, we always have a burden how to showcase that the career break. So it's a very simple way what you need to do. The secret is to frame it positively and showcase on the resume, focus on your skills, achievements and the strength you bring on the job. So let's deep dive what are those actionable steps. Let's begin. The first step, you have to write the very strong summary. Now it's inside one more tip. If you are having a 0 to 5 years of experience, try to write about the objective. If you are having a more than 5 years of experience, then you write about the summary. So begin your resume with the powerful professional summary. In that, what you need to do, highlight your skills, highlight your experience, achievements, and what is a career goal, and that has to be into 3 to 4 lines. So you have to avoid the gap which you have taken. You don't need to mention in your summary because that is not going to add the value in that. What you need to showcase about your achievements, what skills and the strength what you have gained previously. And here is a chance why we require the summary. It is a showcase to the employer what you have done. So first important point, start your resume with the professional summary. Second tip is use the functional resume format. Now you must be thinking, what is a functional resume format? Normally the resume start with the chronological format, right? So chronological format is called the traditional format where we mostly emphasize on our work experience. I'm talking about the functional resume where you will emphasize on your skills and the accomplishment after writing below your objective or below your summary. So focus, if you are taking the career break, focus on the writing your resume into the functional format rather than approaching for the traditional one. Third tip, address your career gap in your experience section. Yes. So what you need to do, you have to be honest, you have to be strategic. Label the gap as something which is which shows the productivity. For example, you have taken the break for the personal development, sabbatical break, or volunteer experience, family management, you can say. So these words is empowering also, why you have taken the break, and employer also will appreciate your transparency. You're not hiding anything because breaks happens. Break can come in anybody's life. If I wanted to give you the example how you have to write it, maybe you can write it like a taken a sabbatical break to look after the family, but continued the personal development by taking a various courses from the Coursera or learn, or you can mention about the particular course also which you learn in that particular time frame. So this way you can empower the particular career break also and create a strength. And Rewriting also is very important. How you are drafting your sentence, what words you are using, that also give the indication to employer how you're serious about this uh, upcoming job. Tip number 4, focus on your transferable skills. Now there are two types of skills are available in the market. One is the personal development related and the technical related. So identify which skills you have learned or gained. It can be the money management, it can be the communication skill you have developed, or it can be budgeting also, conflict management. So many things, so many transferable skills are actually required in your day-to-day life, and these are as equal as important to the technical skills. So understand which are your transferable skills you have learned during the break. Now my question to you, if you have learned any skill during your break, don't forget to write in the comment. I wanted to know from your side. Tip number 5, include relevant training and the certification. So now when we take a career break, we are sure like we wanted to come back into the workforce. So definitely you start doing some certain kind of a preparation. Maybe you're going through some kind of a training or the workshop, or any particular online courses you must be taking. So don't forget to write those accomplishment like a training certificates into your resume and showcase to employer you are very proactive. Though you have taken the break, but still you are interested to learn new things about the particular job or industry, and you wanted to update yourself every time. Tip number 6 is quantify your achievements. Now, in previous job, you must have achieved so many things. So I have seen like many people they write about like I have streamlined the process. Okay, then the improved the process. By using this word, new employer will not understand how you played important role. So number speaks louder than word. I'm very sure you must be heard about that, and it works also. Number speaks louder than word. So rather than writing streamline the process, you can always mention that like increase the efficiency by 20%, improve the budgeting or by 10%, reduce the cost by 15%. This speaks louder because number plays important role in every business. So quantify whenever it is a possible. Write in the each job wherever you have played important role and you have saved the cost or you have improved the any process. Write the percentage. Write about that. Tip number 7, create a separate section for the skills. Now we are having a technical and the personal skills. And as I mentioned, you need to create the functional resume. In the functional resume, skills plays a very important part. So create a separate section and to make sure like whatever you are aware about the technical skills or the soft skill, you have to mention, and those are skills has to be aligned with the particular job description. And very important, whatever skill set you're writing, that has to be able to pass your resume into ATS system. User friendly has to be, because many time it happens we write the skill set but those skill set are not able to catch by the ATS. So make sure it can pass ATS system. We say the passing, CV has to get the passing into the ATS system, but you can consider like those keywords should get passed into the ATS system, so it will reflect whenever any recruiter is searching your profile, immediately that recruiter can come across your CV. Tip number 8 is you have to incorporate your volunteer and the freelance project. So I normally suggest people who come to me and ask like they wanted to restart their career after the break, I normally suggest them go for the freelancing work or you volunteer certain work. I know in that might you will get the less amount or maybe it's a free, you will do it, but it is a very necessary to create that section in the resume, because when you showcase in the career break you have not done anything, again it can be creating some kind of a negative. But if you will do some kind of a volunteer work, any volunteer work. Okay, it is not necessarily related to your work. You can go for the any NGO work also, that shows you are interested to do many more things, certain things you are passionate to do that. And there also you are developing lot of skill set, personal skill set I can talk about, that will help you to groom yourself. So if you are doing any volunteer work or a freelance project, make sure create a new section in the resume and update that, so employer will be to showcase the employer like you have not completely taken a break, but you are still connected with the world, and you are surrounded with the people who are having a similar kind of a work, and you are developing certain skill sets. What is my observation? People create one resume, one standalone resume, and share with the number of position. So don't do that. Read the job description, understand which are the skill sets are required. If you have those skill set, make sure you will highlight those skill set in your resume. So tailor-made resume is very important to impress your new employer. So make sure you will use the proper language, your achievement, accomplishment, everything you will present properly in the resume. And the last 10th point, keep your resume clean and the concise. Yes, writing a big resume 3 to 4 pages is not acceptable in today's world. So I mentioned in previously also, when you are having a 0 to 5 years of experience, one and a half page resume is decent resume, where you can write about the your job responsibility wherever you have worked. If you're having a more than 5 to 15 years of experience, you can create your resume in 2 pages. If you're having a 15 plus years of experience, it can go up to 3 pages, two and a half, 3 pages, acceptable in the market. So keep it clear, don't become a too much bulky, don't try to showcase your employer from your previous job. You have learned so many things. Focus on the skills which you have learned and the right job responsibility. Maybe it can go maximum up to 10. Number is 7 to 10 is job responsibilities you are mentioning, it's fine, but don't go beyond 10. As I mentioned, focus on the quantifying. Okay, don't focus on the words deliver, done this. Okay, more you play with the numbers, showcase the number, there are high chances your resume will get shortlisted. And there you have it, these 10 actionable steps, step by step. If you will follow this, you are preparing your master resume and you are all already ready in the market. What is more required? Okay, confidence, preparation, and the persistence are the weapon to start your resume, start your career. Resume is just one step you are taking. That's give you the confidence you are ready to go in the market. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button and share with the people who are looking such kind of a tips. And if you are interested to know more how we can improve on this, what are the steps we have to take. So my upcoming webinar which is coming, how to restart your career, don't forget to register for that webinar. I'll see you in the webinar and I'll share you a lot of tips and the insight how to restart your career. Till the time, thank you very much. See you in the next video.